यूट्यूब भी काइंडली सर कंट्रोल काइंडली लिंक यूट्यूब का भी एक्टिवेट कर दें सर।
डन।
ठीक है सर, काइंडली सर सभी म्यूट में कर लें। जब भी कोई एक्टिविटी परफॉर्म होगी काइंडली तभी अनम्यूट करें और उसके बाद इमीडिएटली म्यूट कर दें, क्योंकि अदरवाइज क्या होता है कि जो अनम्यूट है उसको तो नहीं पता चलता, लेकिन बाकियों को काफी डिस्टर्बेंस सर आती है। इट इज माय हम्बल रिक्वेस्ट सर। टुडे प्रोग्राम we announced it first, rather on 14th we requested the principal CITs as well CCITs to for organizing a program on behalf of Chartered Accountants Association. We requested that Faceless has been announced by the Honorable Prime Minister under transparent taxation. So I am grateful to the department, Madam Dr. Simi Gupta ji, as well as Mrs. Jyoti Kumari ji, for giving consent in a shorter while to organize the program and be the guest in our today program. I welcome Dr. Simi Gupta Madam, Principal CIT. Now we can say the CIT of the Jalandhar. Earlier she was Jalandhar 1, because after restructuring she will handle all of the Jalandhar division. And Madam Jyoti Kumari ji, although in the initial orders she has been the CIT2 has been converted into REAC, but the new charge will be announced, I feel so, very soon. And as well as the other departmental officials, additional commissioners, SS Negi ji, मेरे को मेरे ख्याल में मित्तल जी, रविंद्र मित्तल जी शायद अगर ज्वाइन कर गए हैं तो, और डॉक्टर ग्रीश वाली जी और डॉक्टर ग्रीश वाली जी शायद वो, और अनिल धीर जी शायद वो पैनलिस्ट में ना होके शायद अटेंडी में ना हो। एंड ऑल द पैनलिस्ट जो हमारे सीनियर्स हैं, जिनकी ब्लेसिंग के साथ हमारी चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट एसोसिएशन की एक्टिविटीज आज लगभग 12 साल से ऊपर हो गए हैं, वो चल रही है। मैं सबका वेलकम करता हूं। एंड जितने भी हमारे अटेंडीज हैं जो बड़े शॉर्ट टर्म नोटिस पे आज ज्वाइन किए हैं, मोर देन 150 अटेंडीज हमारे हो चुके हैं और यूट्यूब पे अलग से वॉच कर रहे हैं। आई वेलकम यू ऑल ऑन बिहाफ ऑफ चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट एसोसिएशन। जैसे कि मैंने आपको पहले बताया कि ऑर्गेनाइज हमने इनिशिएटिव सबसे पहले लिया कि ये प्रोग्राम हमने ऑर्गेनाइज करना है। ऑल्दो हम कंडक्ट करने में लेट हो गए होंगे क्योंकि हमने इसको 4-5 दिन बाद रखा था। काफी एसोसिएशंस ने हो सकता है कि इमीडिएटली भी प्रोग्राम ये ऑर्गेनाइज किया है, बट हमारे जो आज के फैकल्टीज हैं वो संजय अग्रवाल जी, वो भी बड़ा मिन्यूटली डिपार्टमेंट के सीबीडीटी के साथ अटैच्ड रहे हैं। फेसलेस के जो पहले इनसाइट, प्रोजेक्ट इनसाइट जहां फेसलेस आ रहा था निटी ग्रिटीज के बारे में, और अविनाश गुप्ता जी भी बड़े क्लोजली डिपार्टमेंट के साथ अटैच रहे हैं। वो बिल्कुल निटी ग्रिटीज इसके रिगार्डिंग जानते हैं कि फेसलेस में कैसे वर्क करना है। और डॉक्टर गिरीश उज्जा जी जो रीड्राफ्टिंग कोड में सीबीडीटी की बोर्ड की तरफ, मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ फाइनेंस की तरफ से रीड्राफ्ट कोड में भी थे, तो उनको भी फेसलेस का पूरा इनसाइट पता है। जे हमेशा 360 डिग्री प्रोफाइल के बारे में बात करते थे कि डिपार्टमेंट के पास आपका 360 प्रोफाइल है तो अब सुधर जाओ। तो डॉक्टर गिरीश उज्जा जी भी पूरी इनसाइट नॉलेज रखते हैं इस प्रोजेक्ट की, फेसलेस की। तो आई वेलकम यू सर। ऑफिशियली स्टार्ट विद आई रिक्वेस्ट सीए सीके कोल जी, चेयरमैन ऑफ द चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट एसोसिएशन, फॉर द फॉर्मल वेलकम। सीए सीके कोल जी। सर अनम्यूट कर लीजिए सीके कोल जी। सीके कोल साहब। हाँ जी सर।
I welcome all the members. I think it's a very new experience for particularly the senior members to now have these seminars and the webinars. So I welcome honorable principal secretaries, principal commissioners of Jalandhar 1 and 2, and the additional commissioners and the experts who are today giving their deliberations. So I welcome all of you. With this, I request Ashwini ji to start the proceedings and let the people enjoy the real food, the professional awareness, what really we want today, and really be gainful with this thing. With this, I request you to kindly start the proceedings.
Thank you very much, sir. It is my privilege that we have both as a chief guest, Madam Dr. Simmi Gupta ji, Principal Commissioner of Income Tax, Jalandhar 1. Madam did his graduation. Madam is 1988 batch, joining as IRS officer. She has worked in various capacities in the department. She started her career from her own region, that means Ludhiana and Chandigarh, and after that she was posted at various positions in UP West as well as Delhi. She had in-depth knowledge of income tax and have also worked in transfer pricing as well as international taxation. She had done Bachelor of Dental Surgery from Medical College Patiala and Master of Finance from Punjab University of Chandigarh. Madam, I request you to kindly share your word initially with the participants. I will also request you to kindly rejoin at the end also to share the department's view after our worthy speakers' deliberation on the topic. Madam Simmi Gupta ji.
Can you hear me? Are you able to hear me?
Yes,
Yes, Madam.
come.
First of all, I would like to congratulate the organizers who have organized this program on such quickly and within a short period of time. The scheme was announced on 13th and today is 24th, and they have organized it and at such a large scale. Respected colleague, my dear colleague, Principal CIT 2 Jalandhar, Tax Guru Dr. Girish Ahuja, with whom I have interacted on a number of occasions, especially when I was additional CIT range Noida. I don't know whether he remembers it or not, but I do remember it clearly. Mr.
I distinctly remember. It's so nice that you have got my name. So I distinctly remember, ma'am. It's not that I don't remember that.
Nice to see you, Mr. Girish Ahuja.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
CA Sanjay Agarwal, CA Avinash Gupta, and other esteemed members on the panel. Change is imminent in life. There is always a resistance to change whenever it is done and whenever it is unexpected. But without change, there cannot be progress. The department has gone in through a number of phases. There was a time when we had manual tedious forms, and the processing of these forms and issue of refunds used to take a long time. There had to be verification of the TDS deducted by various organizations before the refunds could be issued. So slowly the department went in for online TDS verification and TDS filing of returns. Then the department went in for online return filing, which improved the things a lot. The gap between issue of refunds and the filing of returns has slowly been reduced. As far as the scrutiny assessments were concerned, till the last few years, this continued in the same way, the manual process. Some progress in this direction was made when we tried the e-assessments. Yes, there were initial glitches, but after that, the process went on seamlessly. The pilot project in respect of faceless assessment has been tried in few metros. Again, there are few glitches, but slowly the things are bound to improve. The problems that the assessees were facing in respect of waiting for their appointment, long hours, they used to sit in the corridors, waiting for their turns, and high-pitched assessments, and issue of doing all the scrutiny assessments at the fag end of the year. All these problems are bound to be resolved once this project is started properly. Yes, we all know that there would be some issues initially, but slowly and surely we would make progress in this direction, hoping for a much better future. Thank you.
Thank you very much, ma'am. It is my again privilege that we have Madam Jyoti Kumari ji. She is Principal Commissioner of Jalandhar 2. Madam cleared her IRS exam in 1989. Madam has worked in various positions in the department. Madam has done her BA honor degree as well as Master of Public Management from NUS Singapore. I request Ma'am Jyoti Kumari ji to kindly share her words of wisdom with all the participants.
Good morning, respected Madam Simi Gupta, PCIT Jalandhar, as Swini ji has said, and Sri Greece Ahuja, CS Sri Greece Ahuja, Sri CK.
Madam, video you can on the video on kar lijiye.
Is it okay now?
No, video is not there. Your voice we can hear.
Earlier she was there.
वो सब वो करा होगा.
Yeah, control room can't do anything for the panelist.
She has to do it herself.
मैडम उनका शायद मोबाइल से
चलिए मैम, नहीं हो रहा तो कोई बात नहीं, प्लीज कंटिन्यू.
हाँ जी.
Actually, I'm switching on my video, but I don't know. Start my video. It's
no problem, ma'am. No problem.
I don't know. It's
continue, ma'am. Don't worry.
Okay,
Continue.
I'll just try if it is possible now.
No, it's not there.
So, Sri Sanjay Agarwal, guest speaker, Sri Avinash Gupta CA, and friends. As you all are aware that our Honorable Prime Minister has launched the platform for transparent taxation, honoring the honest. In fact, the department is in for a major structural change. The key features of this transparent taxation, as you will know better in detail later on, are taxpayers charter giving legal basis to taxpayers' rights and duties, e-communication of information with the department, e-confirmation by taxpayer, e-verification, and e-response. Therefore, faceless assessment is the main pillar of the platform for transparent taxation, and it is going to be the focus of the income tax department in future. So as such, the department is on the cusp of a major technological change in the systems and procedures. The entire existing scheme of scrutiny assessments has been done away with, and the new scheme, which is to be basically conducted through electronic mode, has been launched, and there is no interaction. So it's a kind of faceless, no human interface. So it's a kind of faceless. That is to say that we only have to connect with each other through electronic mode. This indicates that the existing system of assessments in which assessees, ARs, or the assessees were required to visit the department with the required documents and to has been done away with. The new scheme has been made effective from 13th August. Earlier, this first phase of this scheme was launched last year on 7th October, and it has been successfully rolled out. So I am very sure that this time also we are going to have a very successful launch, as well as we are going to be very, very successful in initiating this, because as earlier you were aware that the processing was totally centralized with the CPC and other systems. Similarly, the refund was totally streamlined. Then there were other major changes which have been introduced, such as now the ITBA functioning is there. So I am very hopeful that this is also going to be very successful. The scheme is a very broad one. Various centers, etc., have been made, and the department is working on it. So basically, it can be seen that faceless assessment is a major structural change in the scheme of taxation in India. It is going to change the way department is now to function. This is going to be a major driver. In my view, this is going to be a major driver for change as well as innovation. And I am sure that with this innovation, we are going to be very effective in improving the tax collection and the resulted improvement in the economy. So in my view, it is the need of the hour. However, not only the department will have to adapt to these new systems and procedures, our stakeholders also have to change the way they will function in view of the increased digitization, electronic mode of assessment, and without interface between the assessee and the department. I am sure that this structural change will have a major positive impact on our economy, and to ensure that that tax administration is dynamic and move of faceless assessment scheme. Thank you.
Thank you very much, ma'am, for the nice words. I once again welcome all the panelists, Amar Mittal ji, Ashwini Kumar ji, Dr. Ashwini Kumar ji, Ashwini Randev ji, Paul Saab, Chairman, Ravinder Mittal ji, Additional Commissioner साहब, SS कालड़ा जी, सुरेंद्र महाजन जी, अविनाश गुप्ता जी जो हमारे फैकल्टी हैं, संजय अग्रवाल जी जो जिन्होंने आज हमें प्लेटफॉर्म भी प्रोवाइड किया है वॉइस ऑफ सीए का, एंड मनोज चड्डा जी, जितेंद्र भाटिया जी, निर्मल महाजन जी, and SS Negi ji and Sonia Arora ji, and as well as 188 participants, attendees are attending the program apart from YouTube link. Many members are watching the YouTube link. Friend, we have with us Dr. C.A. Girish Ujja ji. जैसे फिल्मों में अमिताभ बच्चन का आजकल गेस्ट अपीयरेंस होती है, तो मैंने रिक्वेस्ट किया डॉक्टर गिरीश उज्जा जी को कि आप इस फेसलेस के साथ जुड़े रहे हो, और हमारे प्रोफेशन के लिए आप यू आर लाइक ए कैंडल जो अपने आप को जला के भी दूसरों को रोशन करती है। आप भी एक दिन में 3 प्रोग्राम हमारे ब्रांचेस में, डिफरेंट ब्रांचेस में दिन में दे रहे हो, और अपनी सेहत का ध्यान ना रखते हुए इतना प्रोफेशन को सर्विस दे रहे हो। I am privileged that I am now introducing Dr. Girish Ujja ji. He has visited chartered accountant branches more than president of ICAI, because एक साल में president हमारा 20-30 branches visit करते होंगे, लेकिन गिरीश उज्जा जी 135 या 140 branches जो हमारी ICAI की हैं ये सभी visit कर लेते हैं for deliberation of lectures. He is BCom as well as MCom from Shri Ram College of Commerce. जहां पे एडमिशन नहीं मिलती, ये वहां पे फैकल्टी भी रहे हैं और वहां से स्टूडेंट भी रहे हैं, एंड रादर he has cleared his MCom in 1967 जब हमारा जन्म भी नहीं हुआ था, and he is chartered accountant, has also cleared chartered accountancy before our birth. He is PhD from Delhi University. He is practicing chartered accountant after obviously retirement from Shri Ram College of Commerce. He was nominated by the Government of India as member of task force for redrafting of Income Tax Act and new Income Tax Act and report thereon. He has been nominated by the Government of India as independent director on the board of State Bank of India. He has been also nominated by the government with the approval of Supreme Court of India in the Unitech Limited. जब से ये आज सर ने मेरे को बताया कि आज ही 75 years old, तो इनका राज क्या है? जब से ये बाबा रामदेव जी की 70
74 प्लस, नॉट 75।
74 प्लस। तो इनका राज क्या है? जब से ये बाबा रामदेव जी की रुचि सोया लिमिटेड में इंडिपेंडेंट डायरेक्टर बने हैं, तब से ये बाबा रामदेव जी के साथ बैठ के रोज योगा करते हैं। और मैंने टीवी में सुना है कि बाबा रामदेव जी हर तीसरे दिन बोलते हैं जी गिरीश ऊजा जी से सीखो। 74 इयर्स में वो मेरे साथ योगा करते हैं। तो सर वी आर ऑनर्ड, आपका बायोडाटा इतना लंबा है, यू हैव रिटन मोर देन 25 बुक्स, डिलीवर मोर देन 4000 लेक्चर्स। आई रिक्वेस्ट यू to kindly share with all of us your words of wisdom about faceless and transparent taxation.
Thank you very much. Very good morning to everyone. Honorable Principal Chief Commissioner of Income Tax, Dr. Semi Gupta जी, उन्होंने बोला कि मैं उनको जानती हूँ, मैं भी बड़ी अच्छी तरह जानता था, लेकिन बीच में मुझे इंटरफेयर करना पड़ा, नो डाउट. मिसेस ज्योति कुमारी जी also, now तो she will be there in the regional e-assessment unit, I've been told. Then additional commissioners and various commissioners, Honorable Additional Commissioner Mr. S.S. Negi ji, Dr. Girish Malli ji, Shri Anil Kumar Dheer ji, Ravinder Mittal ji, of course, President of the CA Association, C.K. Kaul ji, और अश्विनी क्यूब, तीनों अश्विनी बैठे मेरे सामने. एक अश्विनी जिंदल जी जो तो पूरे ही करता धरता है, हम इसको कहते हैं हिंदू अनडिवाइडेड फैमिली के कर्ता. सीनियर नहीं होंगे, लेकिन आपको पता ही है कि कर्ता एक और भी हो सकता है, जो जूनियर भी हो, अडल्ट मेंबर हो, लेकिन डिसाइडेड बाय ऑल ऑफ द मेंबर्स. सो एनीवन कैन बी ए कर्ता प्रोवाइडेड ही इज अडल्ट. और हमने इनको कर्ता बना रखा है पूरा. ये हमारे कर्ता हैं. बाकी तो करते कुछ करते भी नहीं है, फिर भी वो अपने आप को कर्ता कहते हैं, लेकिन ये असली कर्ता यही है, डिफेक्टो कर्ता. अश्विनी कुमार जी जिंदल जी, अश्विनी जिंदल जी, फिर अश्विनी रणदेव जी, अश्विनी गुप्ता जी, ऑफ कोर्स दिस फेलो स्पीकर्स और हमारे वॉइस ऑफ सीए फाउंडर सीए संजय अग्रवाल जी, सीए अविनाश गुप्ता जी, सुरेंद्र महाजन जी, सिमी सॉरी Sonia ji, and various other persons sitting in front of me, ladies and gentlemen. Let me tell you, friends, you did not notice, but in Finance Act 2018, two sections were inserted, which were section 143 subsection 3 capital A and section 143 subsection 3B. आप लोगों ने नोटिस नहीं किया, लेकिन तो मैं उस वक्त भी कह रहा था कि दो सेक्शंस आ गए 43(3)A effective from 1st April 2018, where they brought in that they can bring what you call any or to avoid interface, they can come out with some assessment schemes. And in 2008 143(3)B, they said if we bring out some interface, faceless scheme, then we will have to say there will be certain section which will not be applicable at all. तो वो दोनों चीजें उन्होंने पहले ही प्रोड्यूस कर दी थी अंडर 143(3) कैपिटल ए एंड 3B. और इस बार ये फाइनेंस एक्ट 2020 में 1 अप्रैल 2020 ने उन्होंने वहां 143(3) लिखा था फॉर द पर्पस ऑफ असेसमेंट अंडर 143(3), और उन्होंने ऐड भी कर दिया फॉर द पर्पस ऑफ असेसमेंट इवन आफ्टर 144, क्योंकि 144 बेस्ट जजमेंट असेसमेंट है. आप रिस्पॉन्ड ही ना करें तो जान के रिस्पॉन्ड नहीं करोगे, क्योंकि बाद में हमारा इंटरफेस हो जाएगा. जी नहीं, 144 भी वो कर सकेंगे. And in view of that, they brought out notification. They said we will bring notification. The power was vested with the CBDT to bring out notifications, and they brought two notifications on September, if you remember, that was the date 12th September, if I'm not wrong, notification number 61 and notification number 62. 61 notification was for bringing e-assessment scheme. That was at that time called e-assessment scheme. And 62 notification was which sections will not be applicable after bringing e-assessment scheme. 143, 148, 27A, section 131, 120, 124. कितने सेक्शन है जो नहीं लगेंगे? वो सेक्शन कौन से नहीं लगेंगे अगर ई असेसमेंट स्कीम आ गई? और वो लाए भी थे ई असेसमेंट स्कीम. हमें याद है जब हम रीड्राफ्ट कर रहे थे तो हमें बुलाया गया था कि वी वांट दैट री असेसमेंट शीट टू बी देयर. हमारी सजेशन थोड़ी सी डिफरेंट थी. हम कहते थे पहले रीजनल लेवल पे चेक करिए, फिर नेशनल लेवल पे ले आइए. लेकिन मोदी जी जो काम करते हैं वो एक डिफरेंट ही होता है. They said nothing doing. If we have to bring in one go. We cannot bring stage by stage. फर्स्ट एट द रीजनल टाइप जोन्स बनाकर करें और फिर नेशनल लेवल पे लाएं, उन्होंने मना कर दिया और उस वजह से ये स्कीम लाई। अब उस जो नोटिफिकेशन निकाले थे, नोटिफिकेशन 61 एंड 62, उसमें कुछ अमेंडमेंट करी बाय नोटिफिकेशन 60 एंड 61। ये कंफ्यूज कर रहे हैं संजय जी, पहले नोटिफिकेशन 61 62 थे, अब जो अमेंडमेंट नोटिफिकेशन आया उनका नंबर है 60 61। तो घबराहट होती है, ये क्या है भाई, बड़े सिमिलर से लगते। जो पुराना 61 था उसको अमेंड किया गया 60 से, और जो पुराना 62 था उसको अमेंड किया नोटिफिकेशन 61 से बाय 2020, और वो अमेंडमेंट है इन द एग्जिस्टिंग लॉ। जो एग्जिस्टिंग नोटिफिकेशन थे उसको अमेंडमेंट ले आए, क्योंकि उसमें उन्होंने असेसमेंट नहीं, पेनल्टी ऑर्डर भी डाल दिया कि पेनल्टी ऑर्डर का भी वही से ई वाला होगा। सर ये अब नाम, पहले ई असेसमेंट रखा था, अब नाम रख दिया फेसलेस असेसमेंट। इट इज गोइंग टू बी अ फेसलेस असेसमेंट। लेकिन घबराने की जरूरत नहीं है, ये चैलेंजेस हैं। प्लीज लुक इनटू द पॉजिटिव साइड, कभी नेगेटिव साइड नहीं देखना। कुछ लोग गलत काम करते होंगे, मुझे फील ज्यादा ये हुआ कि ये डिपार्टमेंट के ऊपर मोरल जो हाई नहीं था, वो कहते हैं हमें गलत समझ रहे हैं। नहीं नहीं मैडम, नहीं, कोई गलत नहीं समझ रहा था मेरे को। इससे बढ़िया डिपार्टमेंट को इनकम टैक्स का हो ही नहीं सकता। हमने तो बड़े डिपार्टमेंट देखे अपनी लाइफ में, इससे शरीफ डिपार्टमेंट नहीं था। हाँ, कुछ एब्रेजन्स होती हैं, हर जगह होती है, कुछ गलत लोग तो हर जगह होते हैं। तो डिपार्टमेंट वाले मुझे कह रहे थे, इससे तो लगता है कि हमने कोई गलत काम किया है जो आप फेसलेस में ले आए, हम गलत करते हैं। इट वॉज नॉट लाइक दैट, ही वॉन्टेड दैट नाउ यू मे नॉट हैव टू गो। जब हम, याद है जब हमने क्वार्टरली स्टेटमेंट ई फाइलिंग करी और कई चीजें ई फाइलिंग करी, तो हमें बड़ा अजीब लगता था, वी वर लुकिंग एट व्हाट इज दिस। लेकिन चैलेंजेस को एक्सेप्ट करना चाहिए। देखिए अभी बात कर रहे थे कोरोना, आप पॉजिटिव साइड सुनो तो बहुत अच्छा हुआ हम लोगों के लिए, नेगेटिव को छोड़िए, लेट अस नॉट लुक इनटू द नेगेटिव साइड। सर कोरोना के टाइम पर लोगों ने इतनी लर्निंग की है, सो मेनी वेबिनार्स वर है, और पहले तो हम बुला बुला कर करते थे। मैं जाया करता था सवेरे अर्ली मॉर्निंग फ्लाइट पकड़कर, वहां पर जाके प्रोग्राम दिया, वापस रात को लेट आया, एक लेक्चर के लिए 2 घंटे के लिए 24 घंटे लगते थे। क्या बढ़िया सिस्टम आ गया है। मैंने जो वहां पर जब कहा था, ये स्कीम आ रही थी कि पर्सनल हियरिंग कैसे होगी, फेसलेस पर्सनल हियरिंग में आपका, लेकिन देखिए क्या डेवलपमेंट हुई है, क्या टेक्नोलॉजिकल डेवलपमेंट हुआ है। अब आप हजार हजार आदमी एक दूसरे को देख सकते हो, बात कर सकते हो। ये चीज पहले सोची थी? यू नेवर थॉट ऑफ इट। ये टेक्नोलॉजिकल डेवलपमेंट है। समबडी कह रहे हैं जी फेसलेस असेसमेंट में हियरिंग कैसे होगी। सर हियरिंग होगी, लेकिन आपको हो सकता है आप ऑफिसर की शक्ल ना देख सके, या तो वो ब्लड कर देंगे या वीडियो को ऑफ कर देंगे, जैसे ज्योति जी ने अपना वीडियो ऑफ कर रखा था। हम उनकी बात सुन सकेंगे, लेकिन वो आपका वीडियो ऑफ नहीं करेंगे। तो कहते हैं हम इसलिए नहीं करेंगे, जब हम क्वेश्चन पूछेंगे तो हम रिएक्शन देखना चाहते हैं कि संजय जी मेरे सामने बैठे हैं, उनके फेस पे क्या रिएक्शन है। क्योंकि क्वेश्चन के बाद रिएक्शन, इन्वेस्टिगेशन जो होता है ना, तो रिएक्शन बहुत चाहिए कि ये घबरा गया कि नहीं घबराया, इसके फेस की रीडिंग हम कर सकेंगे। या हमारी बातें हुई थी उस वक्त, लेकिन उस वक्त हमें पता नहीं था कि हम वीडियो ऑफ करके भी बात कर सकेंगे। हम तो कहते थे वीडियो को ब्लर्ड कर देंगे। अरे ब्लर्ड की जरूरत ही नहीं है। ज्योति जी ने हमसे बात करी, मैडम ने, विदाउट शोइंग हर फेस, और वो चलिए टेक्नोलॉजी की प्रॉब्लम थी, वहां टेक्नोलॉजी प्रॉब्लम नहीं होगी, वो खुद कर देंगे। दे वुड लाइक टू सी यू। फेसलेस का मतलब ही फेसलेस हो गया। ये विल सी योर फेस, बट यू विल नॉट बी एबल टू सी देयर फेस। ये मैं आपको बता दूं, पहले तो वो सोच रीजनल लेवल पे, अब तो नेशनल ई सेंटर बन गया, नेशनल ई असेसमेंट सेंटर, रीजनल ई असेसमेंट सेंटर बन गए हैं। अब देखिए क्या टेक्नोलॉजी आई है और क्या इनोवेशंस लाए हैं। असेसमेंट यूनिट, वेरिफिकेशन यूनिट, रिव्यू यूनिट, टेक्निकल यूनिट। और देखिए असेसमेंट यूनिट हो सकता है कहीं एक जगह पर हो, लेकिन जरूरी नहीं है वेरिफिकेशन यूनिट वहीं पर होगा। इट इज नेशनल ई सेंटर वी विल डिसाइड where they will send for verification, where they will send for review of the draft order. ये उसके पास जरूरी नहीं है। You may be in the assessment unit at a particular place, let's say in Mumbai, and you are making an assessment, but because first notice will be issued, you will no interaction. Let me tell you, you people have no interaction at all with regional unit except for assessment unit hearing. सारी आपकी असेसमेंट नेशनल ई सेंटर से है। ये नेशनल ई सेंटर बीच में बैठा है। आप नेशनल ई सेंटर से बात करेंगे और नेशनल ई असेसमेंट सेंटर रीजनल री असेसमेंट सेंटर से बात करेगा। आप डायरेक्टली रीजनल ई असेसमेंट सेंटर से बात नहीं कर सकेंगे एक्सेप्ट व्हेन देयर इज ए पर्सनल हियरिंग, एंड दैट टाइम आल्सो you will not come to know where from she is talking about or he is talking about. It is going to be completely transparent. घबराइए नहीं, इसको देखिए आपने कितना लर्न किया इन दिनों में। 140 लेक्चर तो मैंने भी दे दिए 4 महीने, मोर देन 140 और वो सारे यूट्यूब में है। एवरीवन इज लिसनिंग टू दैट और बाद में भी कर रहे हैं यूट्यूब में। अरे मैं आपको बता रहा हूं, ये चैलेंजेस को आप एक्सेप्ट करिए। अब वो काम अकल से ही होना है। अब जिसके पास इंटेलिजेंस है, जिसके पास ड्राफ्टिंग की स्किल है, जिसके पास शो कॉज नोटिस का जवाब देने का सिस्टम है और जिनको लॉ आता है, वही सक्सेसफुल होंगे। और अब तो आपने लॉ ऑलमोस्ट पूरा दोबारा पढ़ लिया बाय हैविंग दीज वेबिनार्स। अगर मैंने इतने दिए तो औरों ने भी तो दिए। अविनाश जी ने कितने दिए, संजय जी कितने दे रहे हैं। तो ये वेबिनार सारे यूट्यूब में भी पड़े हुए हैं। अरे आपको एक नॉलेज गेन हो गई। अरे आप जब काम कर रहे थे आपके पास टाइम ही नहीं होता था। यू आर ऑल बिजी थ्रू आउट द डे। नाउ एवरीवन इज अटेंडिंग द प्रोग्राम्स एंड नॉट वन प्रोग्राम, thousands of programs have been held by the Institute of Chartered Accountants in India. So what I'm trying to say, look up the challenges and look up the positive side of it. इतना अच्छा ये सिस्टम आया है, इतना अच्छा। आपको अभी बुरा लगेगा, अभी तो आपको बुरा लगेगा क्योंकि आपको क्लाइंट से फीस लेने की हमें तरीका नहीं आता है। लेकिन ग्रेजुअली देखिए ये बुरा नहीं लगेगा। ये जो आदमी गलत काम करता है वो तो आउट हो गया। आई वॉन्टेड दैट, चाहे वो डिपार्टमेंट में गलत करता था और चाहे इनकम टैक्स या आपके आधारे में गलत करता था। सीए भी कुछ बहुत बदनाम है, वो बदनाम उनकी वजह से हम लोग बदनाम हो जाते हैं। ऐसा नहीं है, हमने नॉलेज गेन करी है। वी हैव रियली वर्कड हार्ड to pass the chartered accountancy examination, which is not that simple. But what is happening is certain unscrupulous person, either side, might have done and brought defame to the department as also to the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. अब छोड़ दीजिए, अब ये जमाने चले गए। ठीक कहा अश्विनी जी ने, 360 डिग्री प्रोफाइल बना दिया है सबका डिपार्टमेंट ने। अश्विनी जी आज आप पैन नंबर मुझे बताएं तो मैं इनकी सारी हिस्ट्री बता दूंगा, इनके पास क्या क्या है। और सुनते जाइए। अब तो थोड़े दिनों में आपकी रिटर्न में वो जो कैपिटल गेन कम आपने किया थ्रू स्लॉटिंग, वो भी आपकी इंफॉर्मेशन आ जाएगी। अभी तो आपको सबकी इंफॉर्मेशन आ रही है। 26AS बदल गया और इवन डोनेशन की आएगी। 80G आप गलत क्लेम करते थे, अब गलत काम वालों का काम खत्म। चैलेंजेस आर देयर बट एक्सेप्ट दी चैलेंजेस। अश्विनी जी ने कहा मेरे को चैलेंज मिला, आई रिड्यूस 16 kg वेट। ये भी तो एक चैलेंज है, ब्लेसिंग इन डिस्गाइज है। आप इसको पॉजिटिव साइड देखा करें सर, कोई नेगेटिव मत देखिए। सीए कई कहने लगे, मुझे बहुत फोन आया जब मैं बना रहा था लॉ और जब अभी भी, कि सर ये क्या कर दिया, ये क्या करवा रहे, हमारा तो रोजी रोटी बंद कर देंगे। अरे आपकी रोजी रोटी अब चलेगी, डोंट थिंक दैट। अरे प्लीज बी और पॉजिटिव, ऑलवेज बी पॉजिटिव। अच्छे काम करने का नतीजा अच्छा ही मिलता है, बुरे काम का नतीजा कभी ना कभी गलत होता ही होता है। मैं ज्यादा टाइम नहीं लूंगा क्योंकि मेन तो स्पीकर वो हैं, मैं तो ऐसे ही बोल देता हूं, बीच में आ गया। सो लेट मी टेल यू, आई एम रियली थैंकफुल to the principal CIT, Dr. Semi Gupta, Mrs. Jyoti Kumari, and the others officers of the government, of the income tax department, and the various others who have organized this program. And I'm explaining you, I have read the whole scheme. There is a change in the scheme, no doubt, in the main scheme, but I have read the whole scheme. It is really very good scheme. You will realize gradually you will realize it is a better system. Now you don't have to travel. You have to sit in your office and work there seriously. अब डिपार्टमेंट जाने की जरूरत नहीं है आपको डिपार्टमेंट जाने की जरूरत नहीं है। पर मेरा कहना मानिए, आप इसको पॉजिटिव एटीट्यूड में लेना, चाहे वो डिपार्टमेंट हो और चाहे हम हो और चाहे असेसी हो। ये एक वक्त आएगा, अब मोदी जी की प्रेज करेंगे, ये बड़ा अच्छा सिस्टम लाए। I'm telling you the time will come. Yes, मैडम ने बोला इनिशियल ग्लिचेस तो सब जगह होती है, हमारी भी अभी बात कर रहे थे, कभी कभी ग्लिचेस आ जाती है कि जी फेस नहीं नजर आ रहा, ऑडियो की दिक्कत आती है, सब ठीक हो जाएगा। लेकिन जो टेक्नोलॉजी डेवलप हुई है, ये वाली जो आजकल हम कर रहे हैं, वर्क फ्रॉम होम, काम बातें कर लेते हैं, मीटिंग कर लेते हैं, तो मीटिंग आराम से हो रही है। तो क्या जरूरत है डिपार्टमेंट जाने की? आपको हियरिंग देनी है, दे देंगे, वो आपको टाइम दे देंगे, यू आस्क फॉर इट, यू विल गेट इट। बट एवरीथिंग हैज टू बी डन थ्रू नेशनल ई असेसमेंट सेंटर एंड नोबडी एल्स। आप किसी और से बात ही नहीं कर सकेंगे। तो भाइये, आप दूसरे दोस्त बनाइए, और बाकी इनसे बात करने को अब आपको मौका सिर्फ एक बार मिलेगा, जब आपको हियरिंग मांगनी है। अदरवाइज आपका मेरिट का केस होगा, और आप मेरिट में उसमें जान होगी तो वो कर देंगे। सो डोंट कि लोग कह रहे हाई पिच असेसमेंट हो जाएगी, ये हो जाएगी, ये सब बहाने हैं। क्योंकि वहां पर ड्राफ्ट ऑर्डर भी रिव्यू करना है। ऐसा नहीं होगा कि आप ड्राफ्ट ऑर्डर दिया तो उन्होंने ऑर्डर कर दिया, वो रिव्यू होगा। अरे आपके पास कई एक वेरिफिकेशन यूनिट कई इंफॉर्मेशन मंगवाएगा, इंक्वायरी करेगा, आप देखते रहना क्या चीज होने वाली है, और वो भी एडवाइस लेंगे टेक्निकल यूनिट से, डिपार्टमेंट वाले भी। तो इसलिए मैं आपको कहूंगा, पॉजिटिव वे में सोचना, प्लीज थिंक ऑन द पॉजिटिव वे, पॉजिटिव साइड, डोंट गो फॉर द नेगेटिव साइड। बड़े अच्छे लोग हैं, और मुझे वो अच्छे लगते हैं जो लोग अच्छे हैं, जो गलत काम नहीं करते। थैंक यू वेरी मच, थैंक यू all, and please take care. Thank you. Stay healthy.
Thank you very much, sir, for the nice words. As usual, friend, we have between us CA Sanjay Agarwal ji, who is the key speaker of today program. He is our central council member. He has been our central council member for the 3 consecutive terms, for the 9 years consecutively from 2010 to 2019. Before that, he was the chairman of the Northern India Regional Council. While Central Council member, he has handled most of the eminent committees of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. One of them is Direct Tax Committee, which directly deal with the CBDT related to various problems being faced by the professionals, suggestions, pre-budget memorandum, post-budget memorandum, etc. He has also handled disciplinary proceedings of the ICAI very efficiently. He was member of DC, Disciplinary Committee, for the 2-3 years in his third term, and has very efficient for delivering the cases as per the wish of the government, that all the cases should be delivered very fast by the institute and justice should be delivered. Today, he will discuss about the topic of faceless assessment, in which I have already requested Sanjay ji to tell about evolution from paper to paperless, faceless, then changes in law and procedures, including legality of notices and show cause notices, communication between department and assessees, principle of natural justice, and 133 notices, how it will be handled, whether it will be handled by the REAC or by the administrative commissioner for the inquiry notices. Sanjay Agarwal ji.
Thank you Ashwini ji. Thanks for your nice introduction. मैं इस लायक नहीं हूँ जितना आपने मेरे को डिफाइन करा, but nevertheless thank you very much. I am also thankful to Chartered Accountant Association for organizing this webinar for the purpose of the learning, and we are more than 200 members right now. Honorable Dr. Simi Gupta, Principal CIT Jalandhar, I can say that I have found her a nice, not only the officer, but a nice human being also. I quote an example, though I have not met her for so many times, but I appeared before her 2 or 3 times in appellate proceeding when she was in Delhi. When I sent my slip, then she called me immediately without waiting for a 2-3 minutes also. So when I went inside, there was some young guy also sitting over there. So I asked her just with the only gesture that, Madam, if you are working or you are having some personal guest, then I will wait and I can come back. So she said, no, he is my son, he can wait, but I will not allow the participant or the litigant or the chartered accountant to wait. But the type of the gesture she gave to me was very excellent. And that is why when she is in the Punjab, now we are giving the hospitality in the Punjab. Mrs. Jyoti Kumari, the another PCIT, my guru, mentor, Dr. Girish Ahuja ji, the president of the Chartered Accountant Association, and our senior CK Kaul ji, secretary, and all in all Ashwini Jindal ji, and the departmental additional those who will be the backbone for the success of these schemes, Shri S.S. Negi ji, Ravinder Mittal ji, Anil Dheer ji, and Dr. Girish Bali ji. If anyone is left, I'm sorry because I have not been able to see on my screen. Then my learned senior in the Jalandhar side, and Amar Mittal ji, Piyush Bansal ji, S.S. Kalra ji, all Sonia Arora ji, Sundar Majan ji, all the you can say seniors, those who have given always you can say that blessings to me. And I'm telling you, I'm Jalandhar born. That is why I have always been with the Jalandhar whenever they ask me. Now I'm taking my presentation, and as such, I will disappear from the screen. Am I fully audible and no disturbance at all, Ashwani ji? As the tone have been set by Dr. Girish Ahuja about the scheme and the task which has been uh, given by the Chartered Accountant Association. I once again ask, my presentation is moving. Can anybody say presentation is moving?
Yes, sir, it is moving. No problem.
Okay.
Perfectly fine.
Thank you. Thank you very much. So the introduction of the 100% faceless, with this was in the pipeline, and Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji dreamed of this particular digital technology in India. And in one of the national tax conclave, he desired to introduce a faceless assessment scheme with a view to help honest taxpayer and impart greater efficiency, transparency, and accountability. Word accountability is very important also, beside the other things which are in the mind of Honorable Prime Minister. Because if the digital images are there, if digital background is there, then the transparency and accountability both are to be seen together. To make his dream come true, the central government in last few years have taken some of these steps which are day by day taking these schemes into reality. Now, the scheme which was announced on 13th August, which was in continuation of, as said by Guruji, that in 2019 September, when the first faceless or e-assessment was brought into the effect. Now, on 13th August, this scheme was announced for across India with only 2 exceptions. And in the pipeline, the another point which is there about the faceless appeals, which is to be starting from 25th September 2020. And let me tell you, friends, as on today, even today, I have 2 dates, but I have been told by the CIT appeals, you need not come to our office. You send your submissions and everything. And if at all required, we may call you, but we do not want that you should visit. We want to have testing of the faceless appeals also. And let me tell you, I am doing it for last 1.5 years. And our principal CIT, Dr. Simi Gupta, in the notice when she were in the Delhi as a commissioner appeal, at that time also she has given the email ID etc. and said that you can send your all submission and need not come. The another thing which has been pronounced on 13th August by the Honorable Prime Minister is of taxpayer charter also, which my friend Avinash is going to look into. Though I know that Avinash knows about the faceless assessment also, I will involve wherever I think it is required. Then there are proposed expansion of reportable transaction under SFT. It is going to come. The inside informations are about them. I will take them also. Then there is a change in the power of survey. I will request Avinaji to deal with this also along with taxpayer charter when it is. And I think right now it is 11:50 or odd. I will take approximately 25 or 30 minutes, then question answer if at all required after the Avinaji takes his deliberation. Sir, scheme was e-assessment 2019 and on 5th July it was announced that no human being will be there. Notices will be issued by a central cell and cases allocated to assessment unit in random manner. Instead of the single point contact between taxpayer and the department will be central cell. The notification as said by Guruji was 61 and the area was only for specified area. So few of the area were chosen, big cities were chosen initially for financial year 1920 and 1819 also. Let me tell you practically last year in the central circle at Delhi and also at Gurgaon, I have gone in such cases only 2-3 times, whereas everything was uploaded on the website or on the central e-processing center, even in the search cases, just for the purpose of the seeing that whether the system works properly or not. And as it has been said by the finance minister, that if any notice is being received after a particular day in May 2019, then you can throw that notice if does not contain any DIN number. So that was also one of the biggest thing which is being there. Now this scheme, when on 13th August, Honorable Prime Minister announced at that time there are two carve outs which are there, otherwise it is applicable at India level, at national level. What are those two carve out? One is cases which are assigned to central charge and the assessments which are assigned to international taxation charges. These have been kept for the time being outside the preview of the extended scheme. And as such, all assessment which will be passed after 13th August will be on faceless and they will be void ab initio if they are passed otherwise, other than these two exceptions, regardless of this fact whether any physical your hearing was going on or not. Earlier also, if anything is being taken in the e-assessment, then only e-assessment has to be seen. So this is the little bit background of the various announcement which has been made by Honorable Prime Minister. Then, as said by Guruji, that notification number 60 of 13th August, and a copy of which is being enclosed in the last of my slide. I will take, if any questions are there, to the exact scheme in respect of that. Now, where this is scheme of faceless assessment instead of e-assessment, but earlier the scheme was named as e-assessment only. A notice under 143(2) is to be issued by a AO. It will be covered over here. Assessee who fails to furnish a return in response of 142(1) will be also dealt by e-assessment. Where assessee failed to furnish a return in response of 148(1) and also a notice of 142(1) in response to 148(1) and special audit. Everything is to be done by NEAC, National E-Assessment Commissionerate. And also they are authorized to issue notice under 144 for the best judgment assessment. Now, I will take you to the some of the comparison between the last 2019 and what are from 13th of August, what is up to 12th of August. Only 143 assessment were there up to 12th August. Now, except for central charge, as I said, and international, and some of the members were asking whether the transfer pricing is also included in international taxation. In my opinion, transfer pricing is not an assessment, and as such, it is not covered in the exceptions. Then, what is not applicable earlier up to 12th of August reassessment, though with lot many 148 have been done under also e-assessment voluntarily. Then 153A search and 153CA search assessment were also not covered. Now they are covered. And best judgment assessment were not covered. And assessment related to international tax were not covered. Now, other than the central charge, whatever case are there, not it is only 153A. Let me tell you, friends, central charge also takes some of the cases which are non-search cases, and as such, everything which is there with the central charge may not be covered by the faceless. But still, in Delhi central charge, the normal scrutiny of 1819 and last year 1718 and 1920 is being done through only e-assessment, and in the central circle also they are doing the e-assessment only. Then what is the compulsion in the earlier and the same? It is now non-est. So anything which is passed is non-est. So please be careful if you have received or you are having any assessment order after 12th August in respect of the items other than central range or international taxation, it is non-est. I'll take you to some of the schemes which is being announced, and I've taken some of the slides from the departmental presentations. So, no human interface, dynamic jurisdiction. I may be assessed in Bangalore, sitting in Delhi, team-based working. Today, they can have informal team, but now the teams are being recognized by the law. Then the functional specialization. For example, I give when in 93 and 94 in Delhi, there was a range which was there. That range was dealing only with the brokers. So there are a range where only contractors are there. There are range where only specialized people used to be there. But now this functional specialization is being officially introduced in the faceless assessment. So now we have regional e-assessments. Just a minute, I'll have to reduce myself. Yeah. regional e-assessment center will contain 4 parts. One, assessment unit dealing with the national e-assessment and national e-assessment in between. There will be a verification unit where the assessment unit will request national e-assessment for certain tasks which has been asked by the Ashwani Jindal ji. I'll explain. Then there will be a technical unit. They will be responsible for certain technicals. And finally, there will be a review unit. Those, if required by the national e-assessment, that the work done by anyone in the hierarchy is required to be checked by them, then it is to be done by the review unit. Now, to just explain more, now any AC will rest with the assessment proceeding. Regional e-assessment will conduct the cadre controlling region of principal. Then assessment unit will facilitate the conduct of e-assessment to perform platform, making assessment, seeking information and clarification, and various materials which are being furnished by the assessee to national e-assessment that will be examined by the assessment unit. Then verification unit. What is the function? The verification include inquiry, cross verification, examination of books of account, witnesses, recording of the statement. So this will be the job of the verification unit. At present, what is there in the scheme, they will do through video conferencing and lot of other things which are there. Whether natural justice will be seen by them, it is to be examined while the verification process is there. As on today, few assessment which has been uh, you can say conducted by us, by our office, we have found that no verification except for certain cross verification among the department itself in the records of the SSC, no verification have been faced by me and the assessment have come to me and assessment order have been already received. So they will also cross verify the information document submitted. And as all you know that now income tax department have MOU with the SEBI, with the GST, or you can say the CBIC, with the our MCA and lot others you can say the authorities, and 26 years revised will also show so many things. So all cross verification will be made by the verification unit. Let me tell you, as Guruji was telling, that they can see the face expression. So the I was I just share with you. I was giving an examination online on some independent director. At that time, what I have been told that if you attach any other attachment with your system, then they will deduct and they will disqualify you. They have also opened the camera, and if I try to speak anything or refer to any books, then that artificial intelligence will check and will give me a warning and may disqualify. So the department is using artificial intelligence software in all of their working, especially in the case of technical unit, verification unit, all everywhere. So next will be the what will be the role of technical unit. It will perform the technical assistance, including assistance or advice on legal accounting, forensic, information technology, valuation, where any valuation is required, any IT related point is required, transfer pricing, data analysis, or any other technical manner. And with this 2020, the audit function have also been included in the definition. That is why I have given in my presentation audit as a addition, or you can say by asterisk a insertion in between 19 and 20, there is a change. Earlier, the audit function was not there with the technical unit. Now, what is the job of the review unit? To perform the function of review of draft assessment order, including checking, not suo moto, only when national e-assessment refer to them. So, this unit will function through national e-assessment. Whether the relevant and material evidence have been brought on record, whether the relevant point of facts law have been incorporated in draft order, the issue, addition or disallowances should be made to have been discussed in the draft order, whether the applicable judicial decision have been considered and dealt with in draft order, checking the arithmetical correction of the modification proposed, etc. These functions will be functions of the review unit. Now, what is more there in the pipeline? Today, in the faceless assessment, a rectification proceeding is not open to the e-assessment or faceless assessment forum. Yesterday, we received an order automatically, but it was containing certain arithmetical inaccuracy, and other than submitting a response that demand we are not agreeing, though it was a nil or assessment was made on taxable income. So this will be the job of right now of the respective AO. Slowly and steadily, it will be also in the faceless manner. This I'm going to see that the department is. So outreach program we are today, education, taxpayer facilities we are going to tell, and facilitation center are already there. Grievance handling mechanism will be there. Demand management, collection recovery, audit function, judicial function, etc. All these functions will be faceless in time to come to the extent they are possible. Now, I will take you one by one what is the function and how it is to be handled. Now, once I receive a notice under section 143.2, friends, let me tell you, I request all our members to not to give their email ID, and only email ID of the client is to be given. And also, you are requested to tell your client to please check your e-account also, where the email ID should be functioning, because now it is faceless. There are certain checks which have been there, and there are certain things which presently it is being said that it will be within, you will get a SMS also, but whether that SMS is being delivered not, so that trail is also required to be kept by the department, and they will be taking everything in case they are passing any judgment or anything adverse to the SSE. That I will tell you that this is being provided in the scheme itself. Then assessee will get a maximum initial time of 15 days to respond to 143.2, wherein certain information will be asked to the assessee. The assessee can seek the extension also, but everything is to be handled by National E-Assessment Center. Till such time, there is nothing which is being done with it. When? Then, where the assessee furnished 139 or response to 142.1 or 143.2 have been issued by you and furnished under a return under 142.1 or 148 along with 142.1, then this assessment will be referred to an assessment unit by National E-Assessment. Once the reply comes, then the question of assessment unit will start. The assessment unit will be under the regional e-assessment. Now, beauty of the system, let me see and let me explain you that the assessment unit will not have any interaction with the SSE. The assessment unit will do everything and then it will send it to national e-assessment, and national e-assessment will interact with the SSE. Then if the assessment unit want the help of the technical unit of the department itself, then in that case also they cannot go directly to the technical unit. They need to go back to the national e-assessment, and as such the communication between both the assessment unit and the national e-assessment unit will be on both sides. That is why my arrow is on both sides. Then the information with the assessment unit wanted to have help on the technical side will be supplied by assessment unit to national EU to technical, then technical unit will submit those information to national, and then it will be sent to assessment unit for further drawing those things and drawing other things, show cause notice or to further queries, etc. Similarly, when the NEAC wants to see that anything which has been referred by technical unit or by the assessment unit, they want to have a super verification unit to examine it from the point of view of certain, you can say, standardized procedure. Then they will ask the national e-assessment for verification unit, and then verification unit will reply to national e-assessment, and if national e-assessment wanted to send it to technical or to assessment unit, it is their choice. However, what I have seen from the system, that though they may be sitting in same building, they may be also sitting somewhere else. The officer at Delhi may be assessment unit, officer at Bangalore may be of technical unit, the officer at verification unit may be at Hyderabad or maybe a small place like Jalandhar also. Now, these people will not know that who is my technical unit people. These people will also not know who are my verification unit. These are the embedded, you can say, secrecy which is being there, and it will be through an automotive system. And this automotive system, I have been told that it is totally computerized. No human can interfere into allotment of these things. Once a case comes, then assessment unit will be only automotive. The national e-assessment will not be able to mark to any specific assessment unit or to any technical unit. They have to get through automotive system. Now, this is the various paragraph of the notification which I was explaining. Now, the SSE shall file response, and then time specified will be given, and it can be extended by national e-assessment also. Then inquiry verification made by AU, assessment unit, in short AU, such request shall be assigned, and what I have said, and it will be forwarded like this in this manner. 144, if they wanted to issue an opportunity to show cause notice, date, time specified in the notice will also be there. Everywhere the natural justice is being provided, and national e-assessment will see to it. For example, if I tell you, now 10 queries came, national e-assessment being a post office forwarded to the SSE. Out of 10, the SSE replied, let us 8. And he said, for 2, I want a time. My submissions are partial. Now 8 are going to assessment unit. 2, they will wait. Assessment unit will process 8. Then for the 2, national assessment will tell the SSE to comply. If the SSE fail to comply, those 2 points, they will also be issued that you are not supplying these 2 points. Please give the information. If they fail, then they will be processed to the assessment unit will see 8 point plus 2 which are not being replied by the SSE after repeated reminder also. Now, after examining 8 point, If they wanted to raise certain more points, then they have to refer back to the national e-assessment. And national e-assessment will only ask out of those 8 points. It is not that they can ask you another 20 queries which are not there in their original order. They may ask from the 8 points further queries. So if they wanted to ask, then they have to tell the national e-assessment that they want these fine information also. And national e-assessment can assign this to another unit also. So this is the point. And then assessment unit will prepare a draft assessment order, as I mentioned, on the basis of the information which is being received from NEAC, making and writing a draft assessment order, accepting the income or sum payable or sum refundable to assessee as per return or modified the said income, and send a copy of such order along with details, penalty, etc., to be initiated by NEAC. Then NEAC may give that show cause notice to the assessee, and after receiving the reply on it, it will be sent like this: that once you finalize the assessment, then the assessment unit will not have anything on that particular draft assessment order. This is the 13A of the notification, and this will way the draft assessment will come. 13A, B and C I will take in next slide by way of my slides. What the NAC will do, issue a show cause notice on the draft assessment order if this is prejudicial to the interest of the assessee. Then they, after that, in 13B, prepare the order and may assign National E-Assessment Unit, may assign this draft assessment order to review unit, or may not, and straight away issue as said in 13B to the assessee. If they are not issuing to the assessee straight away, then they can refer it to the review unit. These are the checks and balances which are being provided in the system itself. Then 14 number, RU shall conduct the review of that order. They have two options: concur with the drafter order, then they will tell it to the national e-assessment. If they wanted to suggest, then they will also send it to the e-assessment that these changes we wanted to see. If NEAC after from review unit find that it is okay, nothing is there, then they can issue a final show cause notice to the assessee. If already on the basis of assessment unit they have issued, then it will not be sent to review unit. After AU, assessment unit, after considering the verification unit, review unit, they will finalize the draft order, and this final draft order will be sent to the NEAC, and NEAC will again issue a show cause notice, or issue earlier if they have not done, then they will do final show cause notice. So this is what, again, in my chart on the right side you will find the new assessment unit will come into picture. The original assessment unit will not be there if there is any changes by the review unit. This is a check that a new unit will come if there is a change in the final draft order by the original assessment unit. Now next, revised assessment order by the new will be given, and then the intimate the response of the all, and final reply will be there, and this way all proceeding will be finally transferred to the jurisdictional AO for the purpose of only recovery, and also seeing to this that anything is to be there, nothing else is now with the jurisdictional AO. Jurisdictional AO unless and until by chance, by the system, if it is a assessment unit, will not know anything in between what is going on with his assessee. He will only be responsible at present for rectification, for which I have not been able to found a window which is being there for the assessment completed by the e-assessment unit even after 12th of August by the new scheme. So the 154 or anything calculation mistakes, etc., will have to be sent by the SSE by disagreeing the demand and by uploading the reason for disagreeing. And 154 accordingly today, in my opinion, is still with the assessing officer unless until then. This is the final chart which I have tried to prepare, and I will summarize in two charts how the process and reprocess and re things will be there. 143.2, go to SSE, submit a response within 15 days. No response, come to the left. It will go again to the NEAC. NEAC may issue a 144. SSE may reply in response to that 144. The moment SSE applies in response to 144, it will go to assessment unit again. Because if the assessee has not replied, it will not go to assessment unit at all. If assessee submit a reply or a partial reply, then only the assessment unit will come. I have experienced it that unless until I say my full response, I think it is not being transferred by the NEAC to the assessment unit, because they are sending me the mail that we have found that there are few queries which are not there, or they say kindly submit your full response. So gone are days when we go to the assessing officer, we said, sir, please take these two. ये दो चीजें ले लो, बाकी सर देते हैं, अभी टाइम लगेगा, ये लगेगा. We drag to the end of the period, and then on 25th of December, if it is 31st December, we gave 1,000 papers, and then lot of things are there. That is why everywhere verification unit will see all documents which have been sent to the assessment unit have been examined by him. They have not been ignored. I have found in so many cases that I have already submitted the reply, but still NEAC asking me to give the information. I have requested the those people, those who are framing or implementing this scheme, that please look into that. Assessee should not be in trouble if he has already submitted information. It has to be the duty of the department to see those information, and assessee should not be asked again and again to submit their information. So when NEAC will assign to an assessment unit, they will ask for more information, then it will go to again assessee, and assessee has to submit within 15 days. Then assessment unit can ask for conduct of verification, as it is being said that any summon or any cross verification or anything is to be, they may also see a technical assistance. But as I told you, among themselves, there will be no correspondence. They will get only digital information. And after everything will be there, an assessment unit will compile, and assessment unit will send a copy of draft assessment order. Now, when the draft assessment order is received and NEC finds that it is to be assigned to a review unit, then review unit will be referred, and then any change will come. Then, as I said, please note the beauty of the system, that it will not go to the original assessment unit, it will go to other assessment unit. Means the person who is not doing his job properly, it is not what I am saying, that in the draft assessment order and final assessment order, always there will be more addition, there may be lesser addition, there may be something which the earlier assessment unit have not. They may develop some in system that why you are making high pitch assessment, and then the review unit reduces it, because it will be the job of the review unit to see everything in order. Then it will be assigned to a fresh assessment unit. As I said in the red, that other than assessment unit, which is, this is the beauty of the system. Then again, the final draft will go to NEAC. NEAC may issue a show cause notice if they find that there are modifications, and then response by SSE. SSE will send the response. This will go to AU. If they are revising the assessment order in the favor of the SSE, not prejudicial to the SSE, then it will be a final assessment order. But if they wanted to revise it prejudicial to the interest of the SSE from the draft assessment final order, then a show cause notice is required to be issued to the SSE. So the draft assessment order will become everything back. Any assessment order, final assessment order, should not be prejudicial to the draft assessment order, may be final assessment order. This is what is the, you can say. Now there are certain practical aspects. I think I have tried to complete it. I have 2-3 slides more. Now, what, how the department is, some of the points which I have been interacting when I was in the institute and otherwise also with the department, and without quoting anyone, what I have learned, that there will be a model question based on artificial intelligence. So please upload your returns properly. Now, if you will not upload your returns, in all possibility, you will be in trouble. There are a lot of things that with the share brokers, department says 20 transactions. You have 8 transactions, 12 transactions you don't have. So how to respond? So all these things are developing by them. A partial response, correct response window is there, or a fully is response is there. Then only 143.2 will be issued. So model questions are being developed, and it will be restricted to the issue of the selection of the assessment. Now it means it will be a permanent limited scrutiny, as what I understand. The issue selected will be only referred to the assessee. If there is a change, then a show cause notice will come. How the assessee will upload? Right now, XML or JSON format is going to be introduced by the department. Is there any procedure for examining the books of account? It is under contemplation, and tomorrow and in the coming period, it might be possible that the books of accounts are also required to be examined by the department by a digital media. Then what will be the transfer? For example, you are in Punjab. Now, you are replying in Punjabi. There is an agriculturist who gives you a document which is in vernacular language. Is there any system available with the department to convert into a similar or a standard language to English? Yes, it is already in place, let me tell you. I think we have never thought of it, that yes, a Punjabi or a Malayalam or a any other language which is recognized by the department can be converted into English and will be referred to assessment unit or verification unit or technical unit or review unit. Please see. Now, what is the meaning of registered email? These are the example given in the scheme, but they are presently using the email available in the electronic filing. Then if it is not responded and 144 is to be issued, department may use available in last ITR, available in PAN database, available in Aadhaar or UDI authority, available in company email with the ministry corporate and income tax authority or any authorized person. These are the things. Let me tell you, friend, yesterday we were submitting along with the client around 8 o'clock at Sunday at my residence. some response. So that response was asking me two questions. Is it a self response or it is a response by other? If suppose an a authorized representative is replying, then it has a column for it. Then it is to be uploaded a power attorney. All these things will be department is going to issue a you can say the FAQs that how it will be entered. Then the next question, if suppose an AR is appointed, whether the AR will get additional copy of the notice or only the AR will get the notice. I think both will get the E account of the SSE will get primary information and then AR will get the information through it. And whether the login of the SSE will be open to AR once he is appointed by the SSE, then this is to be seen. This system at present I have not been able to see. The finally the jurisdiction, what will be the scope of 263 when all these officers are examining and any AC is also examining, is there any possibility of 263? That is to be also seen. At present, maximum 10 files and up to 10 MB can be sent once by the SSE. So if you have a data more than 10 MB or data in more than 10 files, then please submit the partial response and then you can submit at the same time again the partial response. If suppose I have 200 GB data, then I have to submit in this. So the maximum limit is going to be increased by the department, and the a policy of time limit is to be there. For example, if in October I get a notice, there has to be a limitation up to what time I can get a reply from the department that they are looking to my case. It should not happen that again as it was being done in the physical, that on 25th December I get 20 queries and those queries I do not get time. So I have been told that if a assessment unit opens, I do not know the authenticity of this, but if assessment unit opens anything in the morning and by evening, if they will not process, then it will be transferred to another in the morning, automatically next morning by the system to another officer. So all those chances which are in the mind that there can be some connection, and as very well said by Guruji, that we will not be able to see their face, and also they have tried, the department have tried meticulously after discussion lot of things, a system where is only minimum chances of getting the information. Now I give you two data which is being published by the department in their statistics as related to what they have done across the 8 assessment which were in the e-assessment regime up to 17th of August. So the cases which are allotted 58,000 only, and Honorable President, Prime Minister said only 0.74 or 94% cases. Then out of cases which were field to the AO because they found later on that there was a survey or there was a search or there was cases related to international tax. So it is being transferred to that AO. Then cases where no reply received was 20,000. Please note that 20,000 notices have not been replied up to 17th of August. Means email IDs are not proper. Then draft assessment order have been prepared for risk assessment by 10,000 already, scheduled for review only 2,000, and with this other orders which are passed are 9,611 as on 17th of August in relation to the e-assessment which is going on. And this is an absolute data which is released by the department in their PPT that at 5 p.m. on 16th August, cases completed and risk management 1729, cases for review 0, additional cases 156, and total 10,000 cases which were there in the earlier slide also tallies with this, and cases pending for approval at various stages are only 338. With this, I have completed my presentation and I will be reducing this. I have given in presentation all notification which are being issued by the department, and they are as a PDF attached to my presentation. I will send to the organizer whenever they require it, and it will be also uploaded through our media to various. With this, I have concluded. Now I wanted to stop sharing, because unless until I do the stop sharing, I will not be able to interact with you. So, Ashwani ji.
Thank you very much, sir. We have 7 questions in question answer box. Either we should take immediately or after the session of Avinash ji.
I think Avinash ji, let him also bring some of the points. I know he has also delivered so many lectures. It might be possible something have been left by me. This is my first deliberation. I will request my good friend Avinash to cover the same. And real-time SMS, real-time SMS is also there.
Okay, sir. I request you to kindly mute your. Thank you, sir. It is our privilege that CA Avinash Gupta ji is also amongst us to deliver on the topic of faceless assessment as well as citizen charter. To introduce Avinash ji, he is a fellow member of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. He did his graduation from Shri Ram College of Commerce, Delhi University, and awarded as best student of the college. He is also in the merit list of the ICAI in CA final. He is a law graduate and completed his LLM in international taxation from Vienna University, Austria. He has authored 3 books on international taxation and transfer pricing. He has been elected to the NIRC of ICAI for the period 2019 to 2022. He is chairman of Direct Tax Committee of NIRC of ICAI. He is president of Tax Research Foundation as NGO doing research in field of taxation. He has been nominated as YIN India representative for a 2-year period to the International Fiscal Association India branch. He has delivered more than 900 lectures at national as well as international level. He is visiting faculty at National Academy of Direct Taxes, Nagpur, DT, RTI, Shri Ram College of Commerce, as well as various branches of the ICAI. He is mainly practicing in the area of international taxation. Now I invite CA Avinash Gupta ji to kindly clear the remaining topics of faceless assessment as well as citizen charter. CA Avinash Gupta ji.
Thank you, Ashwani ji, for giving a nice introduction. Respected Honorable PCIT's Dr. Semi Gupta ji and Jyoti Kumari ji, my Guru Dr. Girish Ahuja ji in absentia, my co-speaker of the day. And
आ गए हैं गुरु जी इन absentia नहीं आपको सुनने के लिए आ गए हैं.
So Guru ji is
सुन रहा था लेकिन बंद करके बैठा हुआ था.
अच्छा सर वो दिखाई नहीं दे रहे थे ना सर तो इसीलिए मेरे को लगा
सर अदृश्य हो गया था आ गया वापस.
जी सर. My mentor and co-speaker of the day Sanjay Agarwal ji, Amar Mittal ji, and other dignitaries Ashwini Randev ji and others in the panel. So thank you very much for providing me this opportunity on sharing my views on faceless assessment as well as taxpayer chartered what have been introduced. So first of all, Sanjay ji, about the transfer pricing, there was no clarity. However, in the last CC conference, video conferencing done last week, it was told that transfer pricing remains face to face. So there is no faceless assessment, at least for the current cycle. This will not happen this year because these are all cases pertaining to 18-19. So that's why they are saying that transfer pricing assessment will go as it is, face to face, not faceless. But next year onwards, in a phased manner, might be because it is also in the TU, that is technical unit, the word transfer pricing is being used. So maybe from next year onwards, or maybe 2 years from now, on a phased manner, this transfer pricing will also go faceless. But presently it is face to face only. Yes, two exceptions already been rightly covered is international tax. So it is mainly pertaining to the non-resident individuals, non-resident or foreign companies, or non-resident Indians, where still face-to-face hearing will be there, because they may face some kind of a limitation in going faceless assessment. So that's why they have made in it an exception that they should go it. So as far as this faceless scheme is concerned, I think most of the things have already been covered in a very lucid manner by Sanjay ji. So I am not taking much on the faceless assessment because when we go for question answer session, so some of the things which are remaining is already being covered. But I want to discuss more about the taxpayer charter, what have been introduced. Though there was no formal notification which have been issued by the department or the board till now, but there was an amendment which have been proposed by our honorable finance minister in the budget, that in the Finance Act 2020 now, whereby they said that they will come up with a taxpayer charter. However, our honorable prime minister on 13th of August have given certain key points that what is going to be there in the taxpayer charter. And this taxpayer charter is now part of the Income Tax Act itself. The day it was notified, formally notified, then it becomes a law. And this taxpayer charter is the right of the taxpayer which he will get by introducing it in the act. So what are these rights what a taxpayer used to get after this notification? Is the first right is that the charter says to provide fair, courteous and reasonable treatment. So the word fair treatment, I think today also we are getting a fair treatment, so I am not disputing that. Reasonable treatment is also, but courteous word is being used here. So meaning thereby the now taxpayers will be treated very courteously by the department. But this faceless assessment means that they will give appropriate time, they will give appropriate notices, they will reply it automatically through a system, etc. So this is the first right that the taxpayer will get. The second right what is mentioned is treat taxpayer as honest. I think this is a sea change. So when we go to the department, when we go to any other forum, normally what we feel that, or what department feel about the taxpayer is that all taxpayers are dishonest. They said they have more income, but they are showing it less income. So that was basic presumption what we see many a times among the minds of the tax administration, that taxpayers are dishonest generally. But now the citizen charter says that they will treat all taxpayers as honest taxpayers unless there is a reasons to believe otherwise. So if I file my return properly, and if I declare my income properly, if I pay taxes properly, then department, then the tax administration treat the taxpayer that he is an honest taxpayer. Unless they have some information through AIR, they have some information through the other sources, they may have conducted a search or survey on a person where they have a reasons to believe that whatever declared by the taxpayer is not correct. Otherwise, in general, the taxpayer is deemed to be honest. And our honorable prime minister started the entire initiative by honoring the honest. So that's why this is the second point or second right which have been given to the taxpayer, that they will treat taxpayer as honest taxpayer. The third point, the third right which have been given is to provide a mechanism for appeal and review. So the taxpayer charter says that every taxpayer will get a appropriate right to appeal and to review. So as far as appeal is concerned, we know there is a CIT appeal or a DRP route. For review, I think they are referring for 264, that they will get an adequate opportunity for 264 also. So when the notification comes, we will see what is the fine prints and what exactly they want to say. But they said they will get a fair chance of appeal and review. Next point is to provide complete and accurate information. So this we are seeing that now department in the 26 AS, they are sharing entire information available with them under the project Insight 360-degree profiling. So whatever information the department have, they are providing all the information to the taxpayer beforehand, and in times to come other more informations will be given to the taxpayer. So they will provide complete and accurate information to the taxpayers so that they will be able to file their return properly. And as Guruji also told in many seminars, that the time will come that everything, the ITRs will be auto-filled. So this is also a kind of information that will come to a taxpayer in the times to come, where he just need to open his ITR forms online, click the button, and all the incomes pertaining to the SSC, to the best of knowledge of the income tax server, that will be automatically downloaded in the tax forms. So this is a change which might come in future. So that's why they said that they will get complete and accurate information from the department. Next, to provide timely decisions. I think this is a very, very good right what have been given to a taxpayer, that many times we file applications under section 154, but nobody is responding. And many times the assessing officers are also not giving due care of that. But whenever we are filing an online application of 154 to the CPC within the reasonable time, they passes the 154 order. If they do not pass the order, they also refer the case to the jurisdictional AO within time. So I think this right is very, very important, that every taxpayer will get a decision on his assessment or other things on a timely basis. So this is also included in the taxpayer charter. And with this initiative of E and faceless assessment, this is going to increase. So in the scheme also, if you see that if your income is being accepted, then you will get the order automatically. They will not issue you any show cause notice, etc. So that's also a timely decision that will be given to the taxpayer. Next, to collect the correct amount of tax. So this is the right of the income tax department. So I believe this tax, to include this in the taxpayer charter, means that they will not unnecessarily pose you liabilities. So for example, after the assessment, if there was a refund which have been due, then I believe with this inclusion in the taxpayer charter, the assessee, the taxpayer, will get the refund. It was not like the earlier years when the refund amount, whatever is the amount of refund that have been included in 234A manually, and refund amount got nil, and then we have to file 154 for the same which was pending for so many times. I think now in this, taxpayer will have a right that whatever is the actual amount of tax on the assessed income, that will be collected. Remaining, if any, that will be refunded to the taxpayer immediately on completion of the assessment. So that's why they have included in the taxpayer charter, to respect the privacy of taxpayer and to maintain confidentiality. So that is one important part of thing, that whatever you declare to the income tax department, whatever data income tax department will have about the taxpayer, so they will put it as a full secrecy, full confidentiality of the data what they have. Next is to hold the authority accountable. I do not know as of now how the authorities will become accountable. The one way the department have done it in past is making a complaint against the high pitch assessment by making a high pitch assessment review committee. Many cases goes to an high pitch assessment committee, and taxpayers are getting some relief from there. There was a system of ombudsperson also, whereby some kind of an relief which can be taken from the taxpayer committee, from the frivolous assessments, etc. But they said that we can hold the authorities accountable from them. So let us see what exactly the notification will come about it. Then enable the representation of choice. So that is there. Lodge complaints, provide a mechanism to lodge complaints. So if some complaints is there, then taxpayer will be given a right to file lodge complaints against the grievances that they have. We already know that there was a very good system of putting the grievances on the taxpayer portal itself, and people are doing it, and jurisdictional assessing officers are already solving these grievances from the e-Nivaran portal. What is going on? I think this is the right which have been given to the taxpayer. Then they said to provide a fair and just system. So that is already there. To service standards and report periodically and reduce the compliance cost. I have my doubts how the compliance cost will be reduced, but nowadays for each and everything, the compliance cost is increasing, whether it is increasing the scope of AIR, whether it is increasing the scope of TDS, whether the increasing the scope of other things, the compliance costs are increasing. But yes, I think they want to say that you sit at home, don't go to income tax department, don't hire an AR for this, and sitting at home, if you reply, you will get your assessments done. So in that way, it might reduce the cost of compliance, what the taxpayer chartered will say. So these are the main points which is going to be included in the taxpayer charter formally announced by our Honorable Prime Minister on this subject. But the fine print, the notification have not yet come. So let us see and what exactly the notification says, and then we will be in a better position to actually claim our rights as a taxpayer, that what department has to do. I think making authorities accountable is one thing which will reduce the chances of high pitch assessment, which will reduce the chances of unnecessary additions. But yes, as each system have its pros and cons, so this system of faceless assessment have more pros than cons. So this is the only time will tell us that what will happen in those cases. But I believe it's a great initiative of the CBDT to introduce a faceless assessment, and our work is bound to increase because of that. And this will help us, help the taxpayer, and this is also help the department in showing to the world that they have a better transparency, they have a full transparent system. And I believe many non-residents and foreign companies, they are desperately looking for these kinds of system, whereby it will give us a good image in the international fraternity that Indian tax systems is one which is very transparent, very good system. So this will help in increasing the ranking of India also in the ease of doing business. So I believe this is one of the good system. Yes, there are certain questions, there are certain connotations also about principle of natural justice, how the notices will be served, etc. So for that, I think one part which is important to mention it here, which I think Sanjay ji have left in the scheme, is that the power is being given to the principal chief commissioner of N National E-Assessment Cell, whereby he is empowered to form certain rules and regulations. Certain SOPs has to be made by him in respect of service of notice, service of order, or any other communication to be made by National E-Assessment Cell. He has to also issue certain SOPs and notification with respect to a receipt to be generated for the various documents and information to be submitted or submitted by the submitted to the National E-Assessment Cell, issue acknowledgements to other people, how the e-proceeding facility will be there, how the storage and retrieval of the data will be there, how the verification and authentication of the information will be done. So all these things will come in the later SOPs and notification what Principal Chief Commissioner of National E-Assessment Cell will issue in the due course. And with that, I think the system will become more easable and more accessible to the people that is going to come. So with this, I hand over back to proceeding to Ashwani ji, and we will be happy to answer any questions of the participants. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Avinash ji. As per the minute-to-minute program, we are going by that only. I request Ma'am Simi Gupta ji and Ma'am Jyoti Kumari ji, if they want to share anything about the faceless assessment after hearing to our worthy speakers. Ma'am Simi Gupta ji. And Jyoti Kumari ji, if she is here. Sanjay ji, till that I request you to kindly take the questions we have received in question answer box.
Okay.
Please give them the time to उनको पूछ लीजिए पहले, फिर
मैंने बोल दे सर, क्वेश्चन आंसर के बीच में भी हम कर लेंगे कंक्लूजन डिपार्टमेंट।
ओके
क्वेश्चन आंसर 10 क्वेश्चंस हैं संजय जी।
Let me open the question answer तो एक छोड़ दो, मैं खोलूं। Question answer.
First question is whether section 254 assessments are also under faceless assessment scheme.
Sir, there is no exception. If at all it is being referred back, now physical is no more there. The clarification will come. If it is before 12th of August, it is there, then it will be also dealt by the new system. Any notice which is being issued will also be taken by the e-assessment proceeding. Now, how the system will work out, it is to be seen. Can you help Ashwini ji? Next question.
Next question is
Same remand back, same question.
remand
254
back
is also remand back.
from Honorable ITAT. Then
You see,
how to
yeah.
contact NEAC for responding to the notices लिखना होगा ना, or to their notices.
There is no physical contact with them, only digital. You can respond to the notices through your e-filing account only. And as I told, if company appoint them, how they will be authorized, it is to be seen whether they will go through the login of the company, because some of the companies, they don't want to share their login ID. In that case, it is to be seen, and we will discuss with the department that how the authorized representative will submit the replies. Avinash ji wanted to raise the hand.
Sir, in the case of ARs, what is going on is, because I have filed a reply. So the moment the assessee accepts or adds a AR, then this is asking for an OTP. You just give an OTP. Then there was a AR's login, which is our CA login, whereby we are submitting the tax audits and other things. There we have to upload a proper power of attorney. The moment we upload a power of attorney, then Income Tax Department is allowing us to file a reply on behalf of the assessee. So whatever is the filing place which is there in the client's portal, the same portal will open up in the ARCA login also. So from there we are able to file the replies on behalf of the client. But it have only two conditions. One is CA, client has to add CA, and then proper power of attorney scan copy should be submitted beforehand, which is approved by the Income Tax Department. Once the approval was done, then only you will be able to file the reply on behalf of the client.
Thank you.
Next question is, thank you, Avinash. Next question is, already notice under section 143 subsection 2 was issued and reply was filed to AO. No further notice is received. This will also now be covered in NEAC or not?
Yes.
Covered, sir, covered.
Respected sir, a request to conduct a seminar. Chalo, it is a request, drafting of replies. Dear sir, how to make an appeal against the final assessment order passed by the AO? This, thanks in advance. I think the procedure is already there.
Yeah, appeal is already e-appeal is there.
And that will be introduced from 25th September.
No, that is hearing. That is hearing. Appeal you can file right now. And in day, if you suppose NEAC conduct a assessment, so the question with before which authority, so they have provided that you have to file right now till 25th. The new system comes, you can file appeal with your jurisdictional commissioner appellate.
Then that
I have already filed so many appeals.
After 25th, it will be taken faceless.
Maybe that, let that scheme come.
Sir, for assessment year 18-19, cases are taken up for scrutiny both by NEAC and by jurisdictional AO online and faceless. Yeah. Now, whether cases before AOs will also shift to NEAC or only assessment order will be passed by NEAC, I think we want to say.
AO cannot pass any order now. Every order has to be passed other than central or international tax by the NEAC only.
Like, sir, here I think there was some confusion. For assessment year 18-19, notice from the AO cannot be issued. Sir, there is no case where notice coming from NEAC as well as AO. So either it will come either from NEAC or from AO. If you receive notice from both the jurisdiction officer, NEAC as well as AO, please write to NEAC immediately, because in one of my case, I received notice from both the jurisdiction. Then I have told the AO that I have received this from NEAC also, and then I sent a mail to NEAC also. Then a reply came from the department that the case is with NEAC only, and don't submit any reply to the jurisdictional AO. So that you need to check. But with effect from 15th August onwards, everything goes to NEAC only.
Even if you do not reply, in my humble submission, assessment order, even it is passed after 12th of August midnight, it will be a non-est assessment order. No worry at all.
Thank you, sir. When assessment is made by the department and assessee wants to put appeal, what is the procedure? Procedure is already there online. I think there is no change in that for appeal. Sir, whether survey cases will be assessed under faceless assessment scheme, I think it has been deliberated. It will be under center circle manually.
If it is in central circle, then manually.
The questionnaire is asking for survey, not search cases.
At present, if any survey case is with the original jurisdictional officer, then when I showed you that table, then in that table it is being shown that certain cases have been transferred to AO in respect of the previous cases.
संजय जी, फ्यूचर में पावर सेंटर सर्कल कोई हो गई है सर्वे?
हाँ जी, यस।
फ्यूचर में सर सेंटर सर्कल है, आगे से वो असेसिंग ऑफिसर नहीं है, तो फ्यूचर के लिए बोला इन्होंने, पुराने केसेस को तो उस तरह रहेंगे जो है।
Pradeep Nath ji का क्वेश्चन है, संजय जी, if you can convert him as a panelist, kindly do it. He will ask a question, na? Kindly convert panelist if you can.
Pradeep Anand ji.
हाँ जी, हाँ जी.
He was in the panel already. I have sent him the.
Yeah, but he has logged in as a attendee.
Just a minute.
If you can do, kindly do it.
You continue. I'll do it.
What his question is? What is the new benefit given to assessees in new charter? Everything mentioned in this charter is already being enjoyed by assessees.
Avinash ji.
Sir, the most important benefit, there are three things which have been told new. One is treating all the taxpayer as an honest taxpayer, which was not there earlier. Second is to hold the authorities accountable, which was not there. They will hold the authorities accountable. In what form, in what way, only the notification will tell us, but at least some part of the charter, they have mentioned it very correctly. And the third is the timely decisions. I believe that for each and everything, now this taxpayer charter, they will put a time limit for everything. I'll just give you one example. The taxpayer charter says that the load withholding certificate under section 197 has to be issued within 30 days from the end of the month in which you have applied it. However, it is only recommendatory. It is not mandatory as of now. But now, if this taxpayer charter becomes the part of the act by way of a notification, then your 197 certificate has to be issued within 30 days. Or there would be some kind of a deemed approval. So these things will come benefiting the taxpayer in the
Sir, आपका mute नहीं है. Next question is from Shiv Jindal ji. Will there be any help window in the system in case assessees want to seek resolution of any problem relating to assessment proceeding?
Yeah, there are help window available, grievance windows. But the thing is this, you, as it has been also told by the Avinash, that at last, if you still want a hearing, then the NEAC commissioner can give you a personal hearing, but that too will be through system only. So,
sir, help window तो बना भी दी है इन्होंने जवाहरलाल नेहरू स्टेडियम में.
No, through
उसका एड्रेस भी दे दिया है, उसका ईमेल भी कर दिया है.
हाँ जी.
But I have a problem here. The notification says that after issue of the show cause notice, any assessee can ask for a personal hearing, which has to be approved by the Chief Commissioner of the REAC. If he feels so, the word uses if he feels correct. Sir, if there is no need of a personal hearing, then what will happen?
सर अविनाश जी अवॉइड करने के लिए कि जानकर आप पर्सनल हियरिंग ना मांगे और अपना टाइम कोशिश करें कि किस तरह से कांटेक्ट हो जाए। उसका फायदा चीफ कमिश्नर करेगा तो फिर वो उसको लगेगा कि ये जेन्युइन है तो करेगा। आप क्या कर रहे हैं कि आप अविनाश जी कोशिश करेंगे पर्सनल हियरिंग ले लें, शायद कोई कांटेक्ट मेरा बन जाए, वो नहीं बनेगा, वो नहीं होगा।
सर वो ऑर्डर पास करेगा।
Sorry, kindly no cross interaction. Next question we should take whether cases fixed for assessment year 18-19 which has been selected due to survey under section 133A will be transferred to regular assessment or will be under faceless assessment. Impounded documents are lying with the jurisdictional AO.
Sir, in my humble submission, what I'm saying that now jurisdictional AO cannot pass an order other than central and international. All these will come as a FAQ. I've been told that within a week they are coming with the FAQ and this will be transferred to the central range or it will be done through NEAC. In all my humble suggestion, it will go to central range only.
Thank you, sir. Can you please share the email of the help window that we will see? Okay. Sanjay ji, if you have, kindly share it. What impact faceless scheme have on demand cases of escapement of income, in particular explanation 2C to section 147?
You see, that is the point, that if something comes to the department, anything has escaped in the earlier assessment, that power is still there, but 148 is to be also issued by any AC. There is nothing sort of now AO can issue a 148.
Thank you. With this, we have no question in the question answer box. We will take only the questions which are in the question answer box. Chat box we are not seeing for the question answers, only for the technical reasons we are seeing the chat box. With the
प्रदीप जी कह रहे हैं सर्वे का क्या होगा? सर्वे आप खाली 2 ही यूनिट कर पाएंगी, मैंने छोड़ दिया था वो, एक तो इन्वेस्टिगेशन यूनिट कर पाएगी और दूसरा जो है टीडीएस वाले कर पाएंगे, और उसमें भी डायरेक्टर जनरल ही इशू कर पाएगा। नोटिफिकेशन इसका 119 में दे दिया है, वो भी 13 अगस्त को। और अगर कोई भी जुडिशनल एओ कोई सर्वे नहीं कर सकता, और जो पावर है एक्ट में वो कटेल कर दी गई है बाय वे ऑफ 119 ऑर्डर। अब कमिश्नर पे, एडिशनल कमिश्नर पे, इन पे किसी भी पास कोई पावर नहीं है किसी भी तरीके का सर्वे ऑथराइज करने की।
Now I again request the representative from the department, Dr. Simmi Gupta ji, Principal CIT Commissioner 1, and Mrs. Jyoti Kumari ji, Jalandhar Commissioner 2, or Anil Dhir ji or SS Negi ji, if they want to share anything related to faceless scrutiny. Otherwise, we will end up. I will request Ashwini Gupta, Dr. Ashwini Gupta ji, to propose formal vote of thanks. Word of thanks.
अश्विनी जी एक पॉइंट रह गया, मैं एक पॉइंट और क्लैरिफाई करना चाहूंगा।
काइंडली सर जल्दी कीजिए, फिर एंड करें।
बता दूं सर, जो अर्लियर स्कीम थी उसके अंदर पेनल्टी ऑर्डर की पावर जो थी वो असेसिंग ऑफिसर के पास दी गई थी। द स्कीम व्हिच वाज नोटिफाइड लास्ट ईयर, that penalty order has to be passed by the jurisdictional AO, but now with the new scheme of 13th August 2020, the penalty order will also be passed by the NEAC rule. And
अविनाश जी मैंने बताया था ये बात कि पेनल्टी ऑर्डर उधर शिफ्ट हो गई है।
हाँ जी
बताया था मैंने।
थैंक यू। मैम आ गए हैं। मैम, वुड यू लाइक टू ऐड समथिंग?
I don't think so. It is necessary. The issues have been discussed in a very lucid manner, and I think there would be other issues which would come up slowly and slowly, and at that point of time, you would require another conference of this sort.
Thank you very much,
Thank
ma'am. Thank you for joining. I request Dr. Ashwini Gupta ji to kindly say a word of thanks. सर आप म्यूट हैं अभी। अश्विनी जी सर म्यूट हैं आप। सर म्यूट हैं अभी। हाँ जी, अब ठीक हो गया। हाँ जी हाँ जी
It's okay?
हाँ जी हाँ जी
So we have been passing through a wonderful session. I mean, I've been a part of it throughout. And I would like to utter the words of the great Lord Alfred Tennyson, who said, "Old order changes, and God Himself fulfills them in one beautiful way." So, change is the only constant thing. And with these changes which we are discussing now in the income tax department, all of us have been practicing for more than a quarter of century. And these were not expected. We were not thinking, but we were always talking about these changes. But these have come so swiftly, so quick, that sometimes we think that we need time to consider, and this has been a wonderful platform basically to discuss and to understand the changes which have come. And as madam has said in the beginning, that there are going to be a lot of glitches, and I would like to repeat the word of Ms. Jyoti Kumar, Principal CIT. Also, she said this is a change of the driver of change. So a lot of things are going to change. And I would like to emphasize on one thing which I've heard from Guruji. He has said we have to take the things positively. So there may be certain difficulties coming, but we have understood that these things are going to they come, and we have to stay with it, and we have to it. There may be certain issues, there may be certain problems coming, but as ma'am said, Principal CIT Dr. Simi Gupta said in the end, that we may need more conference, and I have been listening Sanjay ji saying that a FAQ is coming, FAQ is coming. So I believe more FAQ will be coming. So again, I would like to end saying that this has been wonderful, wonderful interaction. I have been listening to few discussions, but with the presence of Dr. Girish Uja and Sanjay Agarwal giving a wonderful presentation, and Avinash Gupta giving a detailed in-depth of the citizen charters, and then Madam putting up the opening word again, telling us that certain glitches, we are definitely going to see a lot of glitches. But with all this, I really am thankful on behalf of the CA Association for all the participants, speakers, and the Principal CIT, Dr. Singh.
Yeah. आप ले लीजिए जो उनका ग्लिच आ गया था, वो कुछ सिस्टम में गड़बड़ आ गई है.
I think everything is fine. We can.
नहीं, अश्विनी जी के यहाँ कुछ आया सिस्टम में, कुछ गड़बड़ आई. आप आगे कोई बात नहीं.
Okay. Thank you very much. I am really grateful and thankful to the department that on a shorter notice they kindly consented to be part of our conference. Thank you, ma'am, Dr. Simi Gupta ji, as well as ma'am Jyoti Kumari ji, and SS Negi ji, as well as Anil Dheer ji and Ravinder Mittal ji for joining us. All the additional commissioners. Thank you very much. Thank you all the participants. We were having 210 participants at all the time at WebEx, as well as more than 50 at YouTube. Thank you very much all the viewers for participating in a big number. Thank you very much. I request the control room to kindly close the meeting.